Minister make what I would call is his very clear first speech as leader of the NDA as it goes into the 2024 elections. With me in the studio is our senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor. We'll go through the lead story together today. That really, Abhishek, was the Prime Minister making his intentions clear. And I just want to make a few points and you can make yours as well. What was clear to me was the target setting the Prime Minister did. One, he said, I assure you we'll be the third largest economy in the world in this term, the third term of the NDA. Then he said we are going to get over a 50% share, right? So he has put the numbers and he has 38 parties with him. Before we get into the basics, how does he sound right now to you?
Very confident, Arnab. Very confident. A leader gives numbers and targets, specific targets. He has done that today. And the confidence with which he has spoken, the agenda setting that he has done, I think that really sounds like a poll bugle has been done today.
And there was one point which you were researching, and I wanted to start the program with that today. There's also been a meeting of the opposition. Now the opposition has changed its name. It is punning on the country's name, calling itself the Indian National Development Inclusive Alliance, and they think they've come up with a masterstroke with the I.N.D.I.A punning on India. You had a thought on that, and maybe we can take our viewers through it together. Abhishek says, and this is spot on, Abhishek, he says, only when you're really, really, really in trouble, when you're in the middle of a huge crisis, when you think that you're going to lose everything, that's when you change your name, much like Facebook changed its name to Meta. When it knew it had a lot of negative publicity, people had lost faith over privacy issues. That's first point number one. You also made a point on Google, and you want to make that.
Yes, so Google, changed its name to Alphabet in good measure because it was a response to some stagnant share prices over a few years, and then investor concerns on that.
So Facebook changes its name when there's negative publicity. Google changes its name when the share price is stagnant. And Apple Computers changed its name to Apple after it saw the future of phones.
It dropped computers from its name.
It stopped computers from its name. It made it Apple. But that was a transformation. And also Philip Morris. Makers of Marlboro. What did they do?
Because their name was associated with Marlboro and hence tobacco consumption.
Incredible.
So I don't smoke, so I couldn't. And that's why they thought, because the class action suits that were happening and the PR disaster that it was becoming, change their name to alter it.
I'll tell you on a lighter note, ladies and gentlemen, Abhishek and I have been in the business of broadcasting news for a long time. There is a channel which talks about today, which is not even about the past. When it was last in the ratings, it says we're going to change our name. We're going to name ourselves a completely different English news channel. It was last then, it is last now. Ladies and gentlemen, you know which channel I'm talking about. That channel also thought by getting the country's name attached to itself, it could have changed its fortunes. Nothing happened to that, ladies and gentlemen. So you can't pun on a country's name unless people believe in it. That's my take.
No guarantee it would work.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to head straight into the debate. Should we welcome our guest?